All right. And okay. So we are recording. So now, let me just know before we start, I'd like to know how are you? Let's start with you, May. How are you today?
I'm good.
Can you tell me what did you do today?
I just go to school.
That's it. You just went to school.
Yes,
Okay. What about you, Sarah? How are you?
I am good.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what happened on your day.
Today I go to school and then I go home.
That's it. Oh, how many hours do you spend at school? Like
From the morning to the afternoon.
from morning to afternoon? Like what time do you need to go to school?
7:30.
7:30, and then you'll go home at
Uh, 4:30.
4:30? 4:30.
Yes.
So it's like 8 hours, right? 8 hours of full studying. That's tiring. It's tiring, right? Anyway, but don't worry. I mean, I also experienced that thing, and it's really tiring, especially with you kids nowadays. You need to study for 8 hours at school, and then you'll go home, and then you have another class online, which is really, really tiring. But your parents are doing this because they want you to excel in different parts of the or in different areas. So when you grow old, it'll be easy for you. But we have a homework, and what is our homework?
Describe your favorite type of weather.
Describe your favorite type of weather, and you should say what the type of weather is, how often you experience this type of weather, what you like doing in this weather, and explain why it is your favorite type of weather. Okay, so let's start with you, May.
can you
And I
hear
have a
me?
note. Okay, wait. I have a note. I want you to use the idioms and phrasal verbs that we studied before, right? I ask you to do that. All right. So May, go ahead.
Yes, my favorite kind of weather is rain because I like the feeling of freezing cold and sleeping in my room covered in blankets. Rain is also the kind Rain is also the kind of weather I often experience because there are only two seasons here, the rainy season and the dry season. So if it's not sunny, it's just rainy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think she stopped. May, are you there? Hello. May is gone. Where are you?
Finished.
Hello, May. I think there's a problem with the internet.
Yes, I
Can
finished.
can you can
Are
you
you hear me?
you stopped for a while. Can you repeat the last two lines of your sentence? Can you repeat the last two lines of your answer?
Did you see me?
Yes.
Yes, okay. My favorite kind of weather is rain because I like the feeling of freezing cold and sleeping in my room covered in blankets. Rain is also the kind of weather I often experience because there are only two seasons here, the rainy season and the dry season. So if it's not sunny, it's just rainy.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, May. Now let's have you, Sarah.
Yes. I'd like to describe my favorite type of weather. My country has 2 seasons. There are lots of types of weather. But I prefer dry weather. No, wet weather. Wet weather is my favorite. I like in wet weather we will have tropical storms mm, and snowstorms. But in my country, it doesn't have snowstorms. But uh, but I like it. I like going shopping when the weather is wet because the shops are all indoors, and I often experience this weather in my country. The wet weather lasts for a long time in my country. It lasts from October to December. This weather is good for relaxing. For example, you can sleep in bed, watch television, and chat with your friends.
All right. Thank you so much, Sarah. Now, what did you notice with your both of your answers? All right. So I said the homework is to describe a weather, right? So spring, summer, winter, and fall are seasons. So is the wet and dry season, right? So these are seasons. What I ask you to describe is the weather. So it could be rainy, foggy, sunny, cloudy, right? Although what you did is that you describe the season that you or the seasons that you experience in your place, and um what is your favorite season? But for most of you, for both of you, you describe your favorite season instead of your favorite weather. Although for Sarah's answer, she said the wet weather. So we can actually, or it could actually mean the rainy weather or actually the gloomy weather. That's okay. But for May, you said the spring weather, and you said your place experienced only 2 seasons, which is the wet and dry season. And it's impossible for you to experience spring if you experience only the 2 seasons, the wet and the dry. Spring is a season and not a weather. So what is the weather that you can feel in spring? It's probably cloudy, windy, gloomy weather, right? But spring is a season. Okay. Did you get it? Is that clear? So you need to be mindful. Although this question is actually tricky because most people are sometimes confused between the season and the weather. All right. But when we say season, that is the type of, I mean, that is what you feel for a longer period of time. The weather, it changes depending on what season it is, right? And it can actually change not just on a daily basis. It could also change like for hours. Like for example, earlier it's just sunny, and then later on it's going to be cloudy. Then it's going to be rainy. So the weather changes a lot. But the season, it doesn't change a lot, and it has a long span, usually for months. Okay, is that clear? Clear, clear, clear. All right, but I like your answers. Thank you so much. And I've heard some of the idioms and phrasal verbs and terms that we studied before, and you incorporate them in your answers. Good job. Now, I'll be sharing my screen, and for our last lesson today, we are moving on with Unit 7, which is about studying. Okay, I know you hate studying, but we need to take this lesson. Can you see my screen? Wait, give me a moment. Uh-huh. I'll just make it like this. Oops. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we are on Unit 7, studying. Oh, wait. Why? Oh, May is gone?
Yes.
I thought they were only okay. Let's just wait for her to come back. I don't know why. What's happening with May? Where is Zalo? Okay, so she said that she accidentally touched the button on the keyboard and turned it off. So let's just wait for her to come, okay? All right. May is here. Are you okay? May?
Yes.
Okay. Good. So now that you're back, again, we're on Unit 7 and studying. So what we're going to learn today will be terms and words to add in your vocabulary that could be used to describe studying, phrasal verbs. We're gonna learn phrasal verbs that you could use and incorporate with your answers, and also the idioms about studying. All right. But now let's try to take a look first at the pictures that we have and tell me what subjects do you think it describes. So let's have letter A. What do you think is letter A? Sarah? Based on the picture that we have, what subject do you think it is this?
Computer science.
Computer science. And May is gone again. Where is she? Ah, May, what's happening? Okay, let's just wait for her. Oh, come on. I don't know what's happening. May, where are you? Can you hear me? May? Oh, I think she has problem with the internet. Anyway, so for letter A, we have computer science. For letter B, what do you think is letter B? So, Sarah, since May is not responding yet. What is letter B?
Engineering.
Engineering. Letter C?
Maths. Mathematics.
Mathematics. And letter D would be
Medicine.
medicine, right? Now, let's try to take a look at this one. Listen to 3 students talking about their course and complete each description with the words below. Okay? So, May, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, what we're going to do is to listen to this one. I'm going to reshare my screen so that I can share my sound. And there we go. So listen to this one and answer the following.
Track 30. 1.
I'm studying medicine. It's hard work and there are lots of lectures, but I enjoy helping people. I'm in my first year and I'd like to be a doctor.
2.
I'm doing a business studies course. It's about the different parts of a business, like finance, people, or marketing. It's really interesting. I'd like to be a company director.
3. I'm studying law. It's about the legal system in different countries. I think it's a very difficult course and there are lots of deadlines. I'd like to be a lawyer.
All right. And we're finished. So let's have number 1. May. I can't hear you.
Yes, I'm studying medicine. It's hard work and there are lots of lectures, but I enjoy helping people. And in my first year, and I like to be a doctor.
Okay, good. Number 2, Sarah.
I'm doing a business studies course. It's about the different parts of a business, like finance, people, or marketing. It's really interesting. I like to be a company director.
Okay, good. So instead of saying, I mean, we can pronounce this word as finance. Instead of saying finance, you can say finance. Okay. And number 3, May.
I'm studying law. It's about the legal system in different countries. I think it's a very interesting course and there are lots of deadlines. I like to be a lawyer.
Okay. So instead of interesting, we can say it's very difficult because the word interesting has been used before. And instead of saying legal, you're going to say legal. Legal.
Legal.
Yes, it's about the legal system of different countries, right? Now, what about you, May? What do you want to be?
I want to be a doctor.
You want to be a doctor.
Yes,
So what is your favorite subject?
my subject is math.
You like math.
Yes.
What about you, Sarah? What do you want to become?
I want to become a lawyer.
A lawyer. Ooh, a doctor versus a lawyer. Okay. What's your favorite subject?
I think it's literature.
Literature. Good. So both of you, since both of you wants to become a lawyer, I mean, the other one wants to become a doctor, the other one wants to become a lawyer. So both of you must be really keen in reading because you're going to read a lot. You're going to memorize a lot of things if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer. Okay. But that's good. Now, let's try. No, this is for kids. We're not going to do that. Let's have the common phrasal verbs that you can talk or you can use to talk about studying. First one is to buckle down. So when we say buckle down, that means to do a task with determination. So let's have the example in here. I've been procrastinating, but now it's time for me to buckle down and start studying seriously. So that means that you're gonna do a task with determination. Now, we have the word procrastinating. So when we say procrastinating, it means you're being lazy. You're not just being lazy, but you are delaying the task, right? So when you procrastinate, that means that you're not doing the task at hand and you're saying, oh, maybe I can do this later. Like, for example, you have homeworks to do. And then you don't want to do it right now. You're going to say, oh, maybe I'll do it later at 5 p.m. And then time comes, time passes by, 5 p.m. comes. Still, you feel lazy. So you're gonna say, oh, maybe I can do this later at 7 o'clock. Then you're gonna wait until 7 o'clock, and then when 7 o'clock comes, maybe I'll do this tomorrow. Okay, so that's what it means when you procrastinate. You're being lazy in a way that you are delaying things to be finished. Do you procrastinate? Yes. Don't worry, I think all of us do procrastinate, right? But the thing is that we need to finish things, right? We need to finish what we started, especially if there's a deadline, right? So we have another sentence in here. I need to buckle down for IELTS, which means you need to finish studying, or you need to study in order for you to pass IELTS. Okay, now let's have the second phrasal verb. Can you please read it, May?
To pick up something new. To learn informally.
To learn informally.
Informally.
Okay, so when we say to pick up, it's like when we're picking up things, right? That means you're learning informally. Just like in the sentences that we have in here. We have the question, where did you learn to cook so well? So you can say, I picked it up by watching YouTube videos. Or if someone asks you, why are you so good at English? You can say, I just picked it up by watching English films or by watching Netflix, right? So we have the word pick up, which means to learn things informally. So what about you, Sarah? So what is that what is that one thing that you think you just picked up somewhere else? Something that you know now and you believe that you just picked it up somewhere else. Like for example, my skills. I like cooking. I'm not really a cook, but I picked it up just by watching. This is correct. I picked it up just by watching YouTube videos. So now I can cook. What about you two? Is there something that you just picked up somewhere and you learned informally? Yeah, Sarah?
I picked it up by watching YouTube videos too.
Which one?
Uh,
What did you pick up?
Is how to work how to work hard.
How to work hard.
Yeah.
So you just picked it up from YouTube videos, like watching YouTube videos that motivates you to work hard. What about you, May? Is there something that you just picked up somewhere else? For example, you like to watch animes, right, May?
I don't know.
What? I mean, you like to watch cartoons, you said. Like animes, Japanese animes? You mentioned that before. Okay, maybe that's not you. But is there something that you just picked up? No?
No.
Maybe, for example, it's not when you picked up something, it does not mean that I mean, you are really good at it. Like, for example, your mom likes to shout. Let's say, for example, your mom likes to shout. And then whenever you talk to your friends, you also shouts. So that is something that you picked up from your mom. Okay, so you learn it informally. All right, now let's have the word to brush up on. Can you please read it, Sarah?
To brush up on, to improve an existing knowledge or skill.
Existing knowledge. Okay.
Knowledge.
So going back, when we say we picked up something new, we just learned it, right? But when we say to brush up on something, that means you already have it in you, but you need to improve it. Okay, so just like the sentences that we have in here, I haven't spoken French for years. I really need to brush up on it. That means that you need to relearn and you need to practice, right? Or we can say, I need to brush up my Italian. Okay, or let's say, I need to brush up my cooking skills. So I need to cook more often, right? Now, what about you two? What is that something that you want to brush up on that you haven't done for a while? For me, before I was a member of a choral group or a singing group, so I like singing, but ever since I graduated from the university, I haven't sang that much. So I think that's something that I need to brush up on. I need to brush up on my singing skills. What about you? What about you, Sarah? Is there something that you need to brush up on? No. What about you, May? No too? No? That's really great. Now, we're done with the phrasal verbs. Let's go to the IELTS speaking idioms about studying. Can you please read the first one, May?
Run of the mill, ordinary, normal.
Can you read the sentence?
I was run of the mill student, a normal average student.
Okay, so when we say run of the mill, that means ordinary, normal. So when you said, I was a run of the mill student, that means you're normal, you're just an average student. You don't excel, you're not very smart, you're just normal, right? Or we can say, I was a run of the mill singer. I can sing, but it's normal. It's not so good and it's not so excellent, right? What about you two? Are you a run-of-the-mill student? Yes or no? No, Sarah? So Sarah, are you a run-of-the-mill student or not?
I don't think I'm a run of the mill student.
Why?
I think I'm a good student because because I always do my homework.
Exactly, right? And if you excel at school, then you're not a run-of-the-mill student. And also, both of you are taking English classes, so I can say that you are not a run-of-the-mill student, okay? But you can use that, okay? Next, let's have the second idiom. Can you read it, Sarah?
To burn the midnight oil, stay up late at night to study.
Read the sentence, please.
I used to burn the midnight oil the night before an important exam at university.
All right. So to burn the midnight oil. So that means to stay up late at night to study. So what about you two? Was there a time that you burned the midnight oil? Yes. Okay, tell me about it. Tell me about your experience, Sarah. So what subject did you prepare?
For the subject
All of the subjects. So was it like an exam?
like maths,
Mm-hmm. Okay. How long did you stay up to study?
1 week.
Oh, you stayed up for 1 week without sleeping?
No, I sleeping.
No, okay. So, so when we say to burn the midnight oil, right? What time do you sleep since you are doing this very late?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. Okay. What about you, May? You're on mute. May? You are on mute. Hello? I can't hear you, May.
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you now. So, was there a time that you burned the midnight oil? Or you stay up late just to study? May? I can't hear you.
Now I don't hear you. Now I
Okay.
don't hear what you're saying.
Oh, can you hear me? Hello? Wait. What about you, Sarah? Can you hear me, Sarah? Hello?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So May cannot hear me. I'm gonna type the question in the chat box. Okay.
I will go out and come back.
Okay. I think
And
there's no need to go back. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, she left again. Are you friends with May, or you just met her here?
Matter here.
What?
I am not a friend with me.
Oh, okay. So you just met May in this class. Oh, okay. So this class is very diverse. Or we have like a student older than you, right? Mhm. Anyway, so I think it's better if we continue. Let's have the next one. To pass, can you read?
You pass with flying colors. To pass with a very good score mark grade.
Okay. So usually we use this one whenever we said with flying colors. That means you have a very good grade, you have a very high score. But here in my country, we only use the flying colors whenever we graduate. Like let's say at the university or at college. So we can say, I graduated with flying colors. That means that you graduated with a very good score or with a good mark or a good grade. Okay. So now let's go to the next one. May, are you here? May, can you hear me?
yes,
Okay, good. So can you please read the next one? To be a breeze. May, you're on mute.
to be a breeze, to be easy. My biology exam was a breeze. I knew all the answers.
Oh, all right. So whenever we use the word be a breeze, that means we're referring to something that's easy, right? It's just like this one. My biology exam was a breeze. It was just easy. Okay. Now, what subject for you is a breeze or a subject that you think is easy? What about you, May? What subject for you is a breeze or is easy?
I think it no subject to be easy.
What about you, Sarah? Is there a subject that you think is just a breeze?
I think it's PE.
E.
Yes, PE.
Yeah. Yeah, could be, right? Could be a breeze. You do not need to memorize something for most of the time. You just need to use your body, right? Now let's have the next one. To be a walk in the park. So when we say a walk in the park, it means it's easy as well, right? So we can say my IELTS test was not a walk in the park. It means it's not easy. Okay. Now we also have this one. to scrape a pass, which means to only just pass. You're almost failing, but you actually passed, right? So we can say the pass mark was 70%. I got 71. I just managed to scrape a pass. Okay. Now let's have other words. We have here to go blank. So when we say go blank, that means you cannot think of anything to say. And this happens whenever we're taking the exams or we're doing an interview, just like what we did before, you can go blank, right? So just like in the sentence that we have in here, in the middle of my interview, I went blank. What a disaster. Okay. We also have this one, rack your brains, which means to try and think of something. Let's have the sentence. I don't know what to put in my presentation tomorrow. I'm racking my brains, but I can't come up with any ideas. Okay. So, was there a time in your life that, for example, you were taking an exam and you went blank? Have you experienced that? So, yeah, Sarah was like nodding. So, tell me about your experience, Sarah. So, what did you do when your mind went blank? You're on mute. Sarah? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Hello, May? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sarah, are you there? Oh, I think she went blank. Okay. Anyways, so now let's try to go in the next part of the lesson. We're done with the idioms. Now we'll go with collocation. Okay. So collocation refers to a natural combination of words that are closely affiliated with each other. So for example, pay attention, fast food, make an effort, powerful engine. So these words are combined all together and they are affiliated with each other. That's what we call collocation. Okay. Now let's have an activity. So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to do this. 2 minutes to do this. Match verbs 1 to 5 to the nouns A to E and 6 to 10 to the nouns F to J to make collocations. Okay? And your timer, 2 minutes, starts now. All right, time's up. So let's have Sarah, I want you to answer 1 to 5, and May, I want you to answer 6 to 10. So Sarah, can you connect 1 to 5 to AT?
Yes. 1. Apply for a scholarship. 2. Be in my first, second, final year. 3. Do my homework. Get good results. And 5. Give presentations.
All right, good. Now it's your turn, May. Connect 6 to 10 to F to J.
6. Go to lectures, go college. 7. Graduate from university. 8. Have excursion. 9. Live with my family. 10. Bright and easy.
Okay, so let's just repeat this one. Let's say essay. Essay. This one, tuition. Tuition, and this one is graduate.
Graduate.
One more time. Graduate. Okay, graduate. Okay, good job. So these are what we call collocations. Okay, now let's try to complete the sentences below with the nouns from exercise 7. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to give you 2 minutes to complete this. So complete the sentences below with the nouns from exercise 7. 2 minutes starts now. All right, time's up. Let's have number 1. Sarah.
I hope I get good results this semester.
Okay, good results. Number 2, May.
I graduated from university last summer.
Okay, 3, Sarah.
I'm in final year at university.
Number 4, May.
I don't like giving presentations.
And lastly, Sarah.
I'm writing an essay on international finance.
Writing an essay on international finance. Okay, now we're not going to move with this one. This is for kids. What we're going to do is these picking mock tests. Okay, so we're done with Unit 7, which is about studying. Now, here's what you're going to do. Wait, listen to me carefully, okay? This is what we're going to do. We're going to do a mock test. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to prepare for your answer. And this is what you're going to do. Talk about a subject you are studying. Talk about a subject you are studying. I'm going to type it here. Talk about a subject you are studying. Okay? So you should say what subject you are studying, what the subject is about, how you feel about it, and explain why you are interested in that subject. Okay? Now I'm going to give you 5 minutes to prepare for your answer, and each of you have 2 minutes to deliver your answer. Okay? And your 5 minutes starts now. And time's up. 5 minutes is over. So before we go, let's have your mock test, speaking mock test. And again, you need to describe or talk about a subject you are studying. So you should mention what the subject is, what are the details about that subject, and why is it interesting for you, okay? So let's start with you, Sarah. So you have 2 minutes to say your answer. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, 2 minutes starts now.
I'm going to talk about the subject I'm studying at my school. I'm studying literature. The subject is about different types of literature from different times and from different countries. I really enjoy literature and because I love reading books and I can read a new writer and experience different literature. Sometimes in my class, we will have presentations, and I like this time so much because I can discuss my opinions. It's good fun. Finally, I'm interested in this subject because I like learning about different times and different places. And I can learn this from literature. We can learn about the world and the people in literature. I think uh, language is very beautiful, and I enjoy reading different types of writing.
All right, thank you so much, Sarah. So you finished with 1 minute and 24 seconds. Good job. Huh. Now I just want to put a comment in that your answer, although it's lengthy, right? But some of the sentence are the same, right? So you repeat the sentence, you enjoy reading literature, and then you said you enjoy reading different types of writing, which is also literature, right? So that's actually redundant, and it actually helps you, or it actually causes you to buckle when you answer because you're saying the same thing over again. But thank you so much for sharing us your thoughts about the subject that you like. Literature is also good. I like that when I was in high school, I guess. Thank you so much, Sarah. That was a good one. Now it's your turn, May.
My answer is so short.
That's okay. So your 2 minutes starts now.
Yes. The subject that I am studying must be English right now. English is a subject that requires speaking, listening, and writing skills. So I think it is very difficult to complete. The reason I study is because I want to completely improve my English and be able to come to Canada to study. Yes, I finished.
That's it. Wow. It's concise. It's short.
Yes.
And you mentioned that you want to study in Canada. Okay. So thank you so much for sharing your answer, May. I like the answer, but just like what you said, it's short. It's only 30 seconds. You were given 2 minutes to present. All right. So next time, I want your answers to be at least 10 sentences. So whenever you do this speaking test, you do not need to write every sentence. You just need to jot down the main ideas and then create the sentence out of it. Okay. Now, this is it for today's lesson. Thank you so much for your time. And I think this is our last class. I'm not sure if we'll be meeting each other again soon, but I'd like to thank you for attending my class and for participating really well. Both of you are really good. And whenever you have questions, just as long as it's related in English, then you can ask me in Zalo. Okay. So, do you have any questions before we go? Questions before we go? No. All right. So this is it for today. Thank you so much for your time and see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, teacher. Have a
Bye.